You can do some very interesting things with this powerful ring. The Sapphire Dreamstone. It reduces skill cooldown by 3% whenever you hit crit every 2 seconds. Now, at first glance, this is just a fine ring that's more or less a worse version of the Devoured loop. That is, until you throw it on a melee crit build. You see, melee deals crit easily, but not nearly fast enough to proc the Devoured loop like automatic weapons can. If we instead replace it with the Sapphire Dreamstone, you can still get skills to cool down very quickly. And since melee greatly benefits from skills, you can attack faster, deal much more damage, and get more defense almost twice as often. Here's how I set this up, and be aware you could potentially use this with any class, really. Alchemist as your prime class grants 25% more damage and a random buff upon relic use. You also gain access to 4 total concoctions at any given time, which you can get a variety of stats from. Frenzy as the skill will increase your melee speed by 20% and movement speed by 15% for 15 seconds, which actually lasts much longer if you sit in that pool that your potion causes. Challenger will grant you much more defense and damage when close to enemies, as well as 10% crit chance. Juggernaut for the skill once again boosts melee attack speed, while also granting much more melee damage with some defense. For the armor, we have the Zealot hat with a full rest as the Bruiser set, granting nice defense with the wizardy fashion. As the relic, you want the Shielded Heart. This is the best source of defense that makes up for our lack of damage reduction. For the relic fragments, you want melee crit chance, melee crit damage, and melee attack speed to try and proc that cooldown as often as possible. For the main weapon, you're going to use the Bulldog as it has excellent stagger and ammo for a shotgun. The Creeping Mist mod increases crit chance by 5%, and Fetid Wounds is going to increase your damage to enemies by 10% if you apply that corrosion quickly before using your melee. As usual, you can run any melee option here, but World's Edge is by far the best with a ranged attack and high stagger. Use the Mutator Overdrive for much more crit chance and damage. The Silverback 500 has nice stagger, and then Song of a Fear as the mod helps you take less damage and control basic enemies with ease. I ran the Mutator Refunder as I don't use it much, but it really isn't that important here. Butcher's Fetish increases crit chance and damage by a lot when you're using charge melees, which is our main attack. Akari Warband increases crit damage and chance. Probability Cord is going to increase crit damage. We also have the Sapphire Dreamstone to cool down our skills, since they buff melee usage by a lot. Finally, we have the Bisected Ring, which does decrease your defense, but also grants infinite stamina, which when using charged attacks on melee is really tough to give up. For the traits, we want to be able to heal up and move towards enemies quickly. Fortify adds more armor, Potency increases consumable duration, Strongback lets you wear the heavier armor set, Swiftness increases movement speed, Untouchable allows you to dodge better, since sometimes melee can make that task a little bit more difficult. Vigor for more health, 2 points in Spirit is unavoidable, Expertise increases skill cooldown, Arcane Strike regens your mods faster from melee attacks, Fitness is great to get in better distance of enemies, and we want 8 points into Relic use speed for that shielded relic. Siphoner then grants you the lifesteal that you need to heal, which when paired with Bloodroot is plenty good enough, I think. Now, we are using Alchemist as prime, which means we get 4 total concoctions. Mudtooth's Tonic grants more health for your extra shield, Xenoplasm decreases skill cooldown by 10%, Meat Shake grants 8% DR, which it's fine to switch this out since I'm well aware that the quest to get it is either poorly designed or very bugged. Then Bark Extract increases armor to make up for your Bisected Ring's debuff a little bit. All in all, this build can be used to have high melee damage often. Melee is best when your skills are active, and the Sapphire Dreamstone with Xenoplasm is quite effective at keeping them going. Now, you can either use both skills at the same time to boost damage, or you can use one and then the other, which this is going to help cool down one while the other is active, making sure you always swing your weapon quickly. Both methods work well, and honestly, the build was pretty fun either way. You can wipe out dungeons with loads of speed, and then bosses go down nicely, although the Venom boss near the end is just not a boss for this weapon. His armor negates a lot of your damage. Plus, it's melee without using the mod Boar, which is pretty cool to see. Here's the full run so you can get an idea of what it looks like, and yeah, try out the ring with some of your builds. It's quite a bit better than you might think. Ah, stupid freaking Legion. There we go. What a garbage melee boss. I feel like Spectre Blade's not that good against him either. Empathy. I took a hit there, but... Wow, my damage is crazy, bro. Alchemist for the win, dude. Ooh, that didn't feel good, though. Probably should have dodged. That would have been my first guess. It's working. We don't care about empathy. Screw empathy. Eat that damage too. Get out of here, my guy. Let's get buffed up, boys. Got hardy and thick skin. Talk about a counter. But he don't have empathy, so I can just chug relics all day. This is awesome. Almost infinite skill cooldown on my melee build. Let's go. The infinite stamina. I'm telling you, Bisect is game changer. I love this thing so much. Ooh, he got me a little bit. Frenzy's back. You really need Frenzy for that attack speed. That attack speed is big. And this should be perfect because we're using 2 skills for movement speed. We should be just game over for him. Oh yeah, we're out of there, dude. We're out of there. He's not catching us. Look at the usage of my skills, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Thought about going for it there. Thank goodness I didn't. Nice. Show this cube who's boss, man. I'm telling you, Frenzy. I'm gonna have to run with Frenzy the rest of my entire career of this game. Frenzy is a game changer right now for me. I'm loving it. I think we can go. I think we did it. We got them all. We should have had the best start to this fight I've ever seen. Oh, and we're way fast with this. I think you're doing, little buddy. Making this look easy right now. Feeling easy. Piece of cake. 0 ever. I'm telling you, this was the perfect one. This is probably the best run through the labyrinth I've ever had. Bulldog just straight up nailed every shot. Yeah, this is where Edge feels horrible though. This fight right here is where Edge is gonna drop off. Hardy and Drain. Ooh. Oh, and it doesn't break? Good. Because this was going to be too easy already. Ow.
not the worst thing I've ever used. I mean, we've used many horrible builds in this fight before, so it's actually a pretty common thing at this point. Song of Afir fixes a lot of the issues this fight usually has. Not all, but a lot. Uh-oh, it's still counting my death timer. That's not good. Main problem with World Edge is he's going to leave too fast for me to get a ton of damage in. But what's really cool is this is kind of the best test to show you how well the skill cooldown works. Because there's so much stuff in this arena to hit that I'm pretty much guaranteed to hit crit eventually. As long as I have Song active, it looks like we're good. It's not amazing. I mean, obviously there's better, but look at this. It's not too bad. Compare this to any range build for Hatchery. Range builds just, they suck. They suck for Hatchery. Just bullying the little bug. I think at a certain point, if you do too much damage, he goes away. Yeah, because sometimes I notice that if you don't do a lot of damage, he stays longer. Take a relic just in case. Also gets us more damage, I believe. I think it offers 10% more melee damage, maybe? Or that might be just damage in general from Challenger. Take a relic. Go ham. Actually, a really solid Hatchery fight for the first time in a long time. That's what we call the wrong build for the wrong boss. He's unfortunately not going to make it easy on me either. Yeah. Wrong build for the wrong boss. I can't do much. Dang it, dude. I almost had him. I just couldn't do anything. I had nothing there at the end. I literally had nothing. No advantages in my side of the fight. The problem is this is the best damage phase, and I can't do any damage with World Edge. Or I jump into the attack. Just a really crummy boss for World Edge. I'm quite unlucky. Astropath is really solid with World Edge. It's kind of the complete opposite, because a lot of his battle has to do with stagger versus, you know, actually dealing damage. Yeah, I'm just not getting a lot of damage off. That's our problem. Hardy and Thick Skin, once again, just hitting me with the exact thing I don't want to. Nothing. I don't have nothing. I cannot attack him in this phase. These laser phases are awful for what I'm trying to do, dude. Another thing is that every time you use World Edge, you have a lot of movement. And this fight is all about, you know, not moving around the map. Yeah, just an awful, awful fight for this. Oh my word, it's so bad. Like, you can see it's bad, but trust me, on the other side, where just actually playing it, it feels horrible. Moving at the right places. Knows what he's doing. Wonder how the AI predicts where the laser is going to be. Movement on this. Just bad. Just bad movement. The new one? Nothing. He gave me nothing. What the heck? One platform? Come on, bro. Come on. No one's that unlucky. No one has ever been that unlucky in this fight but me. Let's not lie right now. Nobody's that unlucky. Ah! There's always a boss that just feels horrible in your build, and that is it. What is with my timing today? Not today, lately, with that attack. For some reason, I keep thinking it's going to be earlier than it is. Sha'Hala with infinite stamina is a completely different game. Like, it's so much easier. Oh yeah, Stonebreaker's a lot better. What in the world? We can do it though. It's still decent. Stonebreaker's way better though. That was not even comparable. Holy cow. Did get some decent damage here though, because we got to hit both hands at once. That was nice. There we go. I don't think I had Challenger active or something. I don't know. Don't do the annoying phase, please. Okay, we're good. I can't break him again, but I have Challenger back now. I'll be honest, I kind of expected that to do more, and it did not. So, a little disappointing, but... Empathy. That might be a problem. Ow, dude. Get like a freaking truck. We're having a lot of weird issues with World Edge right now, where it's hitting objects and like just destroying itself. The game gave me thick skin, by the way. I mean, why do I even hope to not get thick skin at this point? I think Sunken Witch is harder than we make her out to be. She feels like a pretty good challenge most of the time. Give me some free hits right there. I'll take those. I got 4,000 damage on a pig. She would quit running away. I don't know where she went. She slammed down, but she's gone. There you are. What are you doing? You know what's interesting, though? I'm just running away from her. I'm actually so fast, I'm able to just get away from her range. That felt pretty good right there. I think once you get into the zone of it... Okay. Okay. Came out of nowhere there. She's tricky, man. I feel like she just catches you. Like, that's her whole thing. She just catches you in weird moments, and that's when she gets you. Empathy. You know, empathy shows up a lot in my runs. I don't know why. World Edge is pretty good at dealing with the minions, though. I mean, I usually struggle here with them. No major issue. Where you at, buddy? Yeah, it's a pretty decent first phase. I could do a decent melee. Damage phase here if I try hard enough. Because you got to stagger him. You got some good stagger potential here. One of these few bosses in the game that you can actually stagger very efficiently. What a good melee fight. What an absolutely just beautiful melee fight. I feel like we were actually trying to, you know, souls each other right there. That was pretty fun. Ooh, finally, no empathy. Nice. Ooh, stagger. I forgot. We got really good stagger. It's a troublesome attack we gotta watch for. Not a good one. It's so freaking good, bro. That Sapphire Dreamstone is huge. I'm getting my skills back so often. It's crazy. Only tricky thing is in this fight, you have to not melee her at the wrong time because of her delays. Not delays, but she's got really fast attacks that you gotta really see coming. And that's more so in the second phase for sure. We're gonna eat an attack here and there because I don't think it's that big of a deal. And I can get more damage off if I do. Alright, she's getting a phase transition, which means... Nope, she's still not phase transitioning? Interesting. I guess it's not really a transition, but she summons the bugs. That was a little too close there. I got no idea where she is. I think she's in here, but I can't... Oh, there you are. There you are, you son of a gun. What are you doing in there? You wasted all my buffs. Sorry, I have shield. I'm overpowered. That one we don't want to take. Generator Spiteful. Nice. Don't really want to be near the vine, but we're here, so. Challenger's back. Now is where we need to get our skill back. Frenzy. Take a relic. Boom! Nailed him. Cancer got wrecked. Oh my word, bro. This is absurd. Thick skin and vicious. I can deal with that. The only thing tricky about melee against Venom is his little orbs. When he does them, it's very hard to dodge if you're in the middle of a melee swing. He doesn't give you time to back up and do anything. So it's pretty much just an elongated fight every time. Yeah, what a horrible melee fight because of that. The only way to melee this one, sorry, I hit my mic, is Spectral Blade Boar. The only way. We're just gonna gun this. This is awful. His armor negates all of the damage that you do otherwise. Very confusing why they designed him like that. Yeah, well, makes him challenging, I guess. Yeah, just don't fight Venom with a melee build. End of story. Just go Plasma Cutter, bro. Wreck him. There's too much delay between all your attacks. Venom is just way too fast for melee. Having issues dodging that little spread attack today. I just can't press the button fast enough. Spectre Blade, though, like a... What was it? 45-second fight with Spectre Blade? It's a big difference. Why is there no audio cue for that? Look how fast Frenzy makes me. I can literally just sprint away from all this crap. See ya. What a long fight for absolutely no reason. Running away. Aha, there you are. Oh no, Bulldog needs a reload. Do not use World Edge on Venom. End of story. Do not use World Edge on Venom. End of story. It is not something you should do. It is an absolutely horrible fight. It just, there's way too much delay between the attacks, and it doesn't even do damage because it hits his armor too much. It's, yeah, it's just a Spectre Blade Boar fight. Yeah, I don't really care about that at all. Alchemist buff. I'm gonna try and walk back in it if I can. Yep. Always like to save my relics for second phase if I can. I got a really good roll on the affixes. Both these affixes don't really affect me hardly at all. Still not nearly as good as gun damage, though. Annihilation's so good with gun damage. Oh, I can't use relics when data is corrupted? Didn't know that. That's what I was trying to do that whole time. I messed that all up. And song. Yeah, I mean, you can see the difference. Usually we get hardy or thick skin on this guy, and just the massive difference in the amount of damage I can do is huge. These skill times, dude, jeez. It's like... I think I have Flashcaster on too. Anytime I use a skill, I just have to basically take the hit. Alchemist is kind of quick, but for some reason I'm seeing a real big delay for this fight. No, that's not what you want to happen. I missed every shot. What in the world? Take that, bud. Oh, I did no crit? Come on. Skills are coming back very nicely, though. I think that's really what's letting me do what I'm doing in this battle.
I mean, you want skill cooldown. Skill cooldown for a melee build. It works really well. Boom! Did it! Yay! Not bad at all. Looks like we got 3 hours in about 20 minutes. 3 hours, 20 minutes.